my career and the privilege I had of leading this great institution, that in many ways, you know, it wasn't a very hard job. And this is true. This is not a course you made it in your life. Actually, running the Houston Museum was more difficult. Well, because you're everything. You have no resources. And so you are your own registrar, your own curator, your own courier, your own everything at the Met. You pick up the phone and you ask for the design department and everything gets done. You ask one of 110 curators to do something and they do it. And this is something that is very rewarding as well, because it is perpetually and constantly a wonderfully rich dialogue. When I decided to leave a year and a half ago at the end of 2007 or 8, I don't remember now, it was to a certain degree because of one or two of the things that some of you have said here today, which is in sort of suggesting that I was in one way or another, whether it was the voice, the intellect, whatever it was, or the leadership, the personification of the Met. It came home to me after those 3 decades that in fact there was something not altogether healthy for the institution to have such a personification. And the great moment came in a very prosaic way. I had 2 titanium knees put in 2 years ago, and it gave me 2.5 months of time to reflect during all of my rehabilitation, and I reflected on the fact that I had a board of trustees of 44 people, not a single one of whom had ever known the Met other than with Montebello as its director. And so there was a kind of a coziness, a kind of a eurythmy among the board and myself and all of the curators, all of whom I had hired by that time, which led me to believe that the Met is too big an institution for this. There was also the issue of, frankly, changing generations. And I think there's a point at which no institution should risk becoming a museum of itself. And when you begin to sense that things are just too easy, that you've done it so much and that you know so many ins and outs, I think one loses a certain sense of the nerve and the challenge and that extra effort that I thought maybe, at least with 2 new knees, I wouldn't be able to put into it. And then, aside simply from this rather negative view of what happened, I was asked to talk about this by a few people tonight. Why did you leave?